Welcome guys, so you are going to be doing a scientific method lab today. We're going to be creating paper airplanes. We're going to be testing the paper airplanes to see how far they go, the distance that they travel, and your goal is to create the best paper airplane, the one that flies the farthest. So if you will, you should have already gone to Canvas, to your modules. We'll walk you through that one more time. Go to Canvas, you go to our page, so either Earth or Environmental, 8th grade science, we're both doing the same thing today. You're going to go to Modules, and you should see Day 2, Scientific Method Lab should pop up. There's going to be a video too, this video right here, you'll see that, and your Scientific Method Lab assignment as well. I'm still working on creating the assignment, so it will be up there in just a second. But it's going to look something like this. So today you'll be using your knowledge of the scientific method to construct the best paper airplane. You will be creating a paper airplane and recording the distance the plane travels 3 times. Then after you have recorded the plane's distance that it traveled 3 times and done the average, which by the way we calculate average by adding up the 3 distances flown and then dividing it by 3, right? Adding up what you've got and divide it however many times you've run your trials. In this case, it's 3. And that's your average. Then you will make one modification to your plane. Could be like putting a paperclip on the wing. It could be changing the plane's shape. It could be tearing off a wing. It could really be anything as long as you're still creating a paper airplane. So you're going to see PowerPoint for instructions, which we're going over right now. Then you're going to record your data in a spreadsheet. Your spreadsheet looks like this. You're going to put your name right here. You're going to tell me what all you used. You're going to create a hypothesis. So if, and then, that's what our hypothesis is, an if-then statement. So you are going to write something like, if my plane has more paper clips on it, it is going to fly further. Then it will fly further. And you're going to test it, right? So you could do, if my plane is more aerodynamic, then it is going to fly more. It's going to fly further. And then each of your modifications would be doing, becoming more aerodynamic. You're going to type your modification. So this is initial plane. And you're going to describe it. And then you're going to, I said you're going to run it 3 times. You're going to take the distance it traveled the first time, second time, third time. Then you're going to average it, which is adding the 3 together and then dividing by 3. And then you're going to make a modification. You're going to tell me what your modification is, and you're going to add the numbers, do the trials, and you're going to do it the 3rd time. Once you've finished, your graph should come up. So I've pre-created this so that if you put numbers in, a graph comes up, hopefully. There we go. So when you put your averages in, they're going to come up. But we don't want to do that right now because this is your initial sheet. There you go. So that's how you do your data. When you're done, you're going to turn this in. You're going to click share. Remember, you're going to want to make sure that anyone with the link can view. Normally it's going to be unrestricted, so you'll push change. You'll push this little arrow right here. You're going to put anyone with the link, and it can be a viewer. You're going to copy the link, and then you're going to submit it into your assignments, and you're going to click submit. If you're doing this with a partner, your partner needs to turn it in as well. Even if it's the same sheet, your partner needs to have it in there so that I have a grade recorded for them. If you need help making an airplane, say you're new at this, you've never made a paper airplane, there's a handy video right here. If you push play, we'll play. Here's your procedures, just outlined quick and clear. Construct the classic airplane model, right there, you've seen it. Use the Google Sheet to record your measurements and observations and your flights before and after modification. Throw all planes 3 times and measure its distance. By the way, if you do not have a ruler at home, and maybe you don't have a paperclip at home, you can still modify, as long as you have a piece of paper, you can still modify your plane. You could maybe make it with 2 pieces of paper. Maybe you would change the shape of your plane. Maybe you tear off a wing. The possibilities are really endless, and it just depends on your imagination. But if you do not have a ruler at home, you can measure in just some kind of consistent thing. So you could use a pencil. it is, 3 pencil lengths. That's how far it flew. You could use really anything. You could do the whole foot thing where you walk in steps and you count your number of steps. It doesn't matter as long as it's all completely consistent. So if you use it for the first trial, you've got to use it for the last trial. If you use it for the first modification, you've got to use it for the other modifications. And then as you're doing this, remember to write a hypothesis of how you think your modification will affect the flight of the paper airplane and why. So that'll be in there in your sheet for each of them. So we are actually going to make 3 for each of the modifications. Regular, modification 1, and modification 2. There you go, it's already there. So you're going to create an if-then statement for each of those modifications. If you have any questions, please email me. Make sure that you turn this in. This is your assignment for that day. Tomorrow, today. If you are turning it in, remember, you share, change your shareability. Anyone with the link. We don't want restricted. I won't be able to see it, and therefore you won't get the grade. Have a great day. If you have questions, email me. Thank you.